Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our monthly ping meeting. This morning we have a relatively short agenda, but some important stuff. So we want, first of all, we're going to have an LCAP presentation by our Superintendent David Jones and the Director of Student Services.
Special Education and Ed Services.
I got it backwards. Special Education and Ed Services, David Moore. And then we're also going to hear from Madison Walsh. She's going to give us an ASB update. And then we're going to talk a little bit about our math and ELA pilots, math that's ongoing and ELA pilots that's coming. And then Rawhide Ranch fundraiser. We're going to be looking for parent support for that. And Ms. Crystal will be in to give that piece of the presentation towards the end of the meeting. So without further ado, David Jones and David Moore for LCAP Mission and Vision.
I feel like we're on a TV show.
Yes.
We're expecting to be on camera. Hello, everybody.
We got a stunt double over here when you're ready.
Unexpected. So, David Moore, I'll let him go and talk about the LCAP, and I'll be touching base on our new district mission and vision.
And thank you for this opportunity to come and share with the PING. I just found out what that stood for, and it's exciting to have parents involved. And we are entering into our LCAP phase, and I'll start off telling you what LCAP is. LCAP is the Local Control Accountability Plan. And every 3 years, school districts go through a cycle where they have to renew their plan, and that's where we are. We just finished the 2017 to 2020 plan, so we're at the end of that, and we're in the process of starting our new plan. With that is an entire process that will go all the way through June, and at the June board meeting, then we approve our new LCAP. So what that's all about is we have to develop 3 to 4 goals that the district is going to work on for the next 3 years. Those goals are tied to the mission and vision, which Mr. Jones is going to talk about here in just a moment. And but we need your help, and so the reason why we're here today is because we are going out to all of the different schools and talking to staff, the staff members, the parent organizations, ELAC, and all those different organizations, because we want parents to get involved in the process of developing the LCAP. What that means is, in about a week and a half to 2 weeks, we are going to go live with a survey. And you'll be able to connect to that survey on the district website. And we're going to try to put it on all of the individual school websites as well. You're going to go on that survey, and you're going to give input on different things that you would like to see the schools do, programs. There will be multiple choice questions. There will be open-ended questions. It's just going to be a time for you to sit down, grab a cup of coffee, and really think about, okay, if the school district's going to work on some things over the next 3 years, what would my input be? What would I like to see? And so that's your opportunity to do that. Then we're going to take all of the surveys, and we're wanting surveys from parents, staff members, so the staff members, students, community members as well. We're going to take all that information and we're going to disaggregate it into various themes. So what are some common themes that we see from that data? Once we do that, then I have a flyer here, and this is where, so not only are you going to be involved in filling out the survey, but you're also going to hopefully attend one of the meetings that we're going to have on the 26th of February. At the community center. There are 2 opportunities that day to attend. So if you work during the day, there's an evening event. If you work during the evening, there's an event you can come to during the day. It's at the first one is at 8:30 to 10 on February 26th, and then that evening from 6 to 7:30. You don't need to attend both. You just choose one. And at that meeting, we're going to talk about the themes. We're going to talk about our current data as a district. We're going to go over where we are in terms of achievement data. And then what came out of all the surveys, the themes that came out of that, and then we'll have a discussion around that. Once we're done with that, then we at the district office go into a period of time where we're, based on the input and based on the student achievement data, we're going to work on the 3 to 4 goals that we're going to work on for the next 3 years. Now it's a 3-year plan. Every year we get a new budget. So we're going to take the goals that we have and we're going to allocate funding toward that goal, and we'll work on it for a year. So year 1, and then we'll work on it for year 2, and then work on it for year 3. Our hope is that all of the goals that we set that we'll establish, but it's incremental. So you don't achieve, well, you probably won't achieve all your goals within the first year. There are stretch goals, as Mr. Jones will probably allude to. But we need your input, we need your help. And so we don't have a huge crowd here today, but I'm gonna leave some flyers. If you could put these in your office and I can get more for you. I know it's on your website. But invite parents to, let's get the word out to get everyone involved in this process. All right, any questions? All right.
And then I'll say it here and then hand it out because the camera, then along with that, very good timing with the new 3-year LCAP. Those are the 3-year he was referring to. The LCAP is where do we want to be in 3 years, the 3-year stretch goals, long-term goals. Each school in the district should have a 1-year, shorter-term goal tied to the LCAP goals. And we now have teachers really working hard, collaborating together in collaborative teams, and they're setting specific goals tied to the school-wide goal. So this is also a good time. I thought it was a good time, and I enjoyed facilitating a process with stakeholders from all 5 schools to reset our new mission and vision. The district has lacked over the recent years of having a clear mission, which basically is what is your main and your ultimate purpose of Bonsall Unified School District. And then the vision, how I would describe it, is sort of your roadmap, your building blocks, or what you need to develop and what you need to become over the next 3 to 5 years in order to accomplish your ultimate mission. So after that process, it went to the board for review. The stakeholders that were involved were surveyed by a smaller focus group that helped to narrow it down. And the survey came back very strong that we were on the right track. And so the board has now approved the new mission and vision, and I'll hand a copy of that to you. I would suggest if you give to any of the parents too, if you give input on the LCAP, I put the mission and vision out, which should be in 2 pages, very, very crystal clear the direction of the district. I put that out in the last Bonsall Bridge, and I would just ask that you read that first as a framework, as a reference of the direction of the district prior to giving input on the LCAP, because it really outlines where we're going with the different components of what we need to become in order to accomplish our new district mission. Okay, questions about that? And just appreciate everybody's input and involvement. And as many parents that see this, thank you for logging on. They'll get an email, right? Where
Yes.
they can go and do the survey, and we appreciate it. So I'm gonna hand this out. And you can read copies of this out too.
David, I do have a question that just came up. Are you going to send out, like, when the invitation to participate in the LCAP
Yes.
survey?
Yes.
Will you include the mission with that in that invitation?
Oh, okay, we will.
Yeah, okay.
We will.
Okay.
Good
Like
idea.
Todd.
Yeah, good idea.
And in the instructions, we'll put some instructions in there to kind of set up that.
Okay.
That we want them to review that before.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect, great.
Todd, once we get the video uploaded, maybe we could also have these available as like a document. upload
Sure.
With that instruction to read the vision.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a highlight on it on the homepage, so it's featured there, and I'm kind of, I'll work on the video like over the weekend and get it up like Monday.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, because this is coming up pretty fast.
yeah.
Okay.
Very fast.
All right, thank you, everybody. Looking at our ASB and student update is Ms. Madison Walsh.
Hello. I'm going to start off with everything that's currently on my mind in regards to seniors. Yesterday during symposium, seniors got a presentation from Jostens, and so being a senior is getting more and more expensive as the year goes on. Our grad night and prom ticket combo is currently on sale for $275. With grad night to Universal Studios and to be able to go to prom, it's on a yacht, so it's going to be super fun. That's probably why it's so expensive. And then Jostens is selling their graduation caps and gowns. So if you have a senior student, Thursday is the day where you can get everything at a discount. They have these really beautiful invitation cards to send to your family that are covered in foil, and it's engraved the Bonsall High School logo. They're super beautiful. You can currently get those for I think $1.29 if you purchase those by Thursday. In regards to the juniors are already getting started on their grad night and their prom venues. They have an all junior symposium today where they start voting as a class. Very democratic. It's one of my favorite systems, being a small schools where everyone gets the opportunity to have that vote. And so today during symposium, they're going to be voting on their options that the junior class council's been putting together. In regards to senior graduation, on February 12th from 9 to 12, there will be a parent graduation committee meeting. At the high school. If you have any questions, ask Fowler, but you can be a part of the graduation planning process. Miss Crystal last year did a large majority of that planning. She could answer most questions about graduation last year, and she'll probably be able to answer most about this year. We have our girls' senior night that night as well. Our girls' soccer team, it'll be down at Ingold, which is the field we use for soccer. It'll be their senior night where they get recognized, and I think it's because it's our last home game for the girls. We also have our mock trial. I am a part of our mock trial team. I am our pretrial attorney and one of our questioning attorneys on our mock trial team. And so this Wednesday, we had our first competition down at the San Diego courthouse. And it was a super fun experience. We went against the school that always competes against us in National History Day. And so I thought that was really interesting because our two honors programs, that's always the same school we keep running into. But our next one is the 11th of February, Tuesday from 5 to 9. At the San Diego courthouse, and then the 19th of February and the 22nd of February from 8:30 to 12. And if anyone wants to come and see Bonsall High School, make sure to contact Margaret Armijo, Miss Armijo, if you want to be put on the spectators list. We have to let them know beforehand. We also have our senior night Village Pizza fundraiser the same night as our next mock trial. And so sadly, I won't be able to go, but I hope anyone who's able can go to Village Pizza that night. If you let them know you're from Bonsall High School, they will donate a portion of the proceeds to the high school. And we've done this fundraiser for our winter sports, and we made a fair amount. And so if you love pizza, you love Village Pizza, make sure to stop by Village Pizza and let them know you're here for Bonsall High School.
What's the date again?
The February 11th.
Okay.
Yes.
Thanks.
February 29th is ASB's Roaring 20s dance. It's a semi-formal/formal. We entered 2020. We had the school vote on whether or not they wanted a Valentine's Day themed dance or if they wanted a decade themed dance, the Roaring 20s, and they voted on the Roaring 20s. And it's going to be at the high school from 7 to 10. And students are to wear gold and blacks as kind of the theme. They don't have to, but it is a semi-formal/formal dress code. The 27th, for the dance, we have an all-school pep rally. And then we also have some field trips that are coming up. Miss Erin put together a field trip to go to FITM. It's the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising down in LA. I know they have a bunch of fun workshops they have planned for us on the 25th of February. I've signed up, and she's expecting permission slips to be turned in ASAP. We also have a cosmetology presentation today from Paul Michelle. I believe it's Paul Michelle.
Paul Mitchell.
Paul Mitchell is coming in today during symposium for anyone who wants to come watch that if they are for the juniors. And then what else am I missing? There's so many things. I know. Okay, I think. And then after school today, what was on the announcements, there is a volleyball open play in the NPR for anyone who wants to take part. Our volleyball team is one of our most advanced sports teams. And so if anyone wants to partake in that, they're able to. Are there any questions about what's happening in ASB? Okay.
Very good.
Thank you, Madison.
Nice job.
Okay, so just kind of real quick update on our math and our math pilot that we talked about last month. It's going very well. The teachers are really appreciating having the curriculum that they can use to kind of guide their instruction a little bit. It comes with a lot of online resources. They're looking at a second math textbook to kind of see and compare, and that's kind of an ongoing process. The feedback thus far has been very positive. So I think that we will have some new textbook curriculum for math for coming into next year, but probably without a doubt at this point. And we're also looking to pilot some ELA textbooks coming very soon. The date that we're planning to take a team down to San Diego to look at textbooks has not yet been set, but it's gonna be very soon. And the hope is that we'll have some time between now and the end of the year to really pilot some English textbooks as well, so that we'll be able to open next year with new math curriculum and new English curriculum. So, and as we talked about before, the reason we're able to do that that's different from the rest of the district is that we do have that CSI money that we were granted with last year. And so that's really been a boon to be able to kind of fast track our curriculum process. So that's been real important. Any questions about that? Is anybody, I know usually Miss Cindy kind of comes in and talks about the math, kind of what's going on, but she's not available this morning. All right. Does anybody have any feedback, parents from that's had kids in the math, how that's going? Not really? Okay, very good. Thank you. Now, Miss Crystal will come and talk about our Rawhide Ranch fundraiser. This is really becoming kind of a fun event, I think.
Jen, do you mind actually coming up here with me too?
Do I?
Yeah.
So I'm Crystal. As you know, I'm the College and Career Technician and Registrar for Bonsall High School. I'm bringing Jen up here because this event that I'm going to talk about briefly has been an ongoing theme for a couple of years now. Before I used to work at Sullivan as an attendance clerk, and I'll give you a brief little history. I've been in the food industry for over 10 years, and I actually worked for casinos and stuff like that, so I know a lot about setting up these kind of events. They are so much fun. And it was a pleasure to work with these ladies. And so basically, Bonsall Education Foundation has helped us in the years past to raise money for Sullivan. And this year, we get to actually collaborate together and work with Bonsall and Sullivan, so we're really excited about that. We need the money. So just to talk briefly on it, we are having it on St. Patrick's Day. It's going to be down at the Rawhide Ranch. They basically almost give us it pretty much for free to stay there. So it's just a couple of costs that we do put down, and they get to fund it for us. So the money goes through BEF. And how that works is we're inviting all parents and anybody from the community to come to the event. It's going to be on St. Patrick's Day. It's on a Tuesday. And the reason why we have to do it during the week, too, a lot of people ask us this, is because Rawhide Ranch, their main money is on the weekends. They have nothing but camps there. So for them to have us come during the week is the only way that they can do that, because they make about $10,000 to $20,000 on the weekend. So we are not good for them to come on the weekend. But we do need a cheap venue and a great location, and we are just so happy to work with Rawhide Ranch and to be able to do that with us. So what I want to explain, just a couple things, and what we need help with is from parents. This is a collaborative team. This isn't just teachers and principals coming together to make this work. We actually really ask for the parents to step up and help us out for various reasons, and there's many ways to do so. You can help out by volunteering for the event itself, or you can help by buying tickets. And so basically, tickets are $40 per person. It's also $75 per couple, and we also have VIP tables that you are able to purchase. So we're actually currently reaching out to businesses. We're talking to Rainbow Water. We have some other businesses that are interested in buying a VIP table. It is $500, and they get some swag with that. They get a couple bottles of wine with that. They also get their company logo represented as well for participating in the event, and upfront seating in front of our band. So that's always exciting. In addition to that, we are also having plenty of raffle baskets that are going to be available, and that is where we really kind of need the community help with that. And how we ask for parents to help is these letters have gone around to both the middle school and also to the high school parents. And basically what it says is they're checking off different boxes, and you're just either going to commit to either buying a ticket or helping to get us some donation items for a basket. The middle school teachers, some of them are actually doing theme baskets, so they're having movie night, pizza night baskets. And you have a list that the students are going home with to kind of say what they would kind of bring. High school's doing a little bit different. We're trying to reach out to big corporations, tell them here is a letter, the money tax deductible is easy through BEF, and then they can give us the bigger items and we can raffle those off too. So if any parents are out there wanting to go and talk to people, have that smiley face, energetic, and say, hey, please give me some stuff, please reach out to me. Let me know. I have those letters ready to go. And we've already had some companies already going to donate right now. So like Chef Farrow, we've reached out to him. He's helped us out in many years by being the chef down there and giving plenty of his time and discounted fees for us. We've asked him to do restaurant and stuff like that. So it's so many things that you can think of to do. Right now, Miss Rojas, who's still the cheerleader, so she's actually going to take some students down with her. They're going to dress up in their gear, go to all the Bonsall area and start knocking on those businesses and ask them for donations as well.
Do you have anything to add to that?
Go to bonsallschools.org
Yes, thank
to
you.
buy your tickets.
I want to say something about it too.
Yeah.
Because I've gone every year. It is a blast.
It is.
It's one of the best things that happens in this community because you get to meet people that you don't really know and you get to connect with other parents. And I just felt like I got to talk to some teachers that I never got to have a real in-depth conversation with them. And just the kind of the feeling of camaraderie and connection. Like I ended up walking away feeling much more connected to the community and all parents, teachers, just everybody that comes, and in a really fun environment. And so I just want to encourage everyone to
No, thank
come
you for
out.
saying
Yeah.
that. And
It's
there
a
is
blast.
beer and wine for purchase. It is craft beer that we're getting donations from local businesses. We're talking to Belching Beaver, Mother Earth, and a couple other areas as well. We're working with Bonsall Wines and Wine Spirits as well, that you'll see some of their wine being represented. I myself will be bartending, and I'm a good bartender.
And she is a great bartender. Obviously, this is an adult-only event, 21 and over. And we have a great time.
Yeah.
And the food is fantastic, and dessert, we have bands, and there's dancing,
And there's
Great
lots to
evening.
see about there. If you haven't been to Rawhide Ranch, I really can't explain it. You have to just go and see it. It's
Goats
it's
and
just
all
a-
kinds of other animals. You
Yes,
can- yes.
it's just
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Actually, should have had a video with me.
And Crystal is the woman. She's taking care of it. She's handling it. She's doing so much. So we're very appreciative.
Thank you. No, and there's a big handful of people that are really helping out this year too. So there's a committee as well that you are welcome to join. Just email me. We're looking for parents that are willing to kind of help us continue on with everything else that we need to get. We just need those raffle basket items, and everything else is pretty much shut and ready to go. And please invite your family and encourage them to buy tickets too. If you've got anybody that's visiting in town, great way to have them come and see what Bonsall is all about. Any questions too?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Crystal.
Once again, that's bonsallschools.org. And I know I'm in for a $500 table for
Me
myself.
too. Me too.
So
Yeah.
anybody really wants to
Step it up.
anybody wants to step it up, that's a great way to do it. Commit just a little bit of money and just show up and be there and have fun.
Invite your friends to be at your
Otherwise, feel free to just come along with the regular ticket and enjoy the music. I think the music that we have lined up is going to be awesome. Obviously, the camaraderie there is awesome. And
Tell them where the money is going to. I forgot.
oh, and all the money that's raised by this event will be going to either our athletics or to our STEAM programs. So science, math, engineering, and art. So those are always areas that always need a little bit of extra cash to be able to do it well. And so we'll be raising a little money here to help to build those programs a little bit more and do more with them. Okay.
Great.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions, parents? Anything you'd like to know? Anything not on the agenda you'd like to talk about?
And lots of suggestions later.
Very good. Thank you. Okay. Thank you for coming to Ping this morning, and I think we're done.
Great.
Yeah.